Yo, 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 yo. Welcome to another dope episode of Growth to Your Grind podcast where we talk to people who are doing just that, growing through their grind, fingernails still dirty, still getting it out the mud, man. Today's episode is a little bit different because this young man got his hands in everything. It's crazy. Tell you how I met T. He knocked on my door one day, asked to cut my grass because my grass was looking crazy. Said, yeah, man. Yeah, matter of fact, I think it was the first cut of the summer. Mm-hmm. I think it was the first cut of the summer. So it wasn't looking the best. He came and said, you mind if I cut your grass? Sure, no problem. Cut the grass looked good, edged it up, and it was nighttime. That was the crazy part. It was nighttime. And the man did a good job. Great job, actually. So that's how we met. Neighbor across the street in the cul-de-sac. We won't get into the specifics, but we'll leave it there. And then last week, a couple weeks ago, he came, just started talking to him, and come to find out, man, he doing a lot, got his hands in a lot, been through a lot at a very young age. And he got a dope story, man. He had a real dope story. And I figured it'd be a dope story for y'all to tap into. You know what I mean? If you were to introduce yourself, how do you introduce yourself, T?
I would introduce myself as a jack of all trades. I do pretty much everything. Hard worker, somebody that you can rely on. Really just a good person, genuine person. That's something that I strive for, is to be genuine in everything that I do. If I don't know it, I'll figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's the main thing for me. I grew up not having as much as everybody else.
Okay.
And wanting to do more. So, me wanting to do more, figuring out things by myself, it kind of just allowed me to get in a bunch of different things, like masseuse, being a masseuse. Everybody like, you know, I know what you're doing. I get that a lot. With the technology things, like doing the PCB boards, 3D printing, things like that. Athletic training, personal training, bodybuilding, all these things. Even when I do go to people's houses and cut their hair, they're like, "What? You cut hair?
You a barber too?"
Yeah, I got it. Let me show you the cut that I did.
Gee,
yesterday.
How old are you again?
I'm 20.
20. Oh man, we got a flower?
Yeah.
Man putting designs in the back of people's heads, man. The man put designs in the back of people's heads at 20. Oh, hold up. You like candles, right?
Yeah.
The man said he wanted to light this candle, which is, I think it's, what is it? Who made the pie? Sweet Baby Treats probably made the pie. Who made the pie? Candles by Euphoric Sensations. So, you kind of answered my original question, but I'm going to ask it anyway. You might throw something different in there. Who are you?
Me, a stand-up guy, stand-up, genuine man, young man at that. I was raised to be that.
Dope.
Father, that's my best friend right there,
Beautiful.
Best friend right there. He done taught me so much. We done been through so much. He done been through so much, and just learning from him every day. My uncles, my grandfather, so I got a lot of great men around me. So I can't really mess up,
Right.
I can't really mess up. They done been through it all. I done seen it all. So you can't shake me with that.
So do you feel like there's a lot of pressure?
Yeah, I do feel like
on your shoulders.
I do feel like it's a lot of pressure, but I thrive in pressure.
Oh, good.
I've been doing this since I was 5 and 6 when I was playing little league football, and we needed a touchdown. Seconds left. I got the touchdown. I've been doing this ever since. So when it comes to pressure situations, I don't really don't feel
It
nothing.
don't rattle.
It don't rattle me.
That's dope. That's dope. So where you see yourself at in the next 5 to 10 years?
Right now I'll be going to the military June 5th for the Marines.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be part of it for the reserves. Next 5 to 10 years, med school, finishing up med school.
Jeez.
For orthopedic surgeon. So
You in school now, right?
Mm-hmm. I go to Morehouse.
You go to Morehouse. What are you studying there?
Kinesiology and as my undergrad and
Cool. What?
Kinesiology is it's like the physical
with
therapist.
A C, a K, a S, or
It's
a Q. I ain't never heard that word before, ever in my life.
Kinesiology, that's physical therapy, and that's kind of why I got into masseuse.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I still want to learn more about the body, especially as an athlete. When I tore my ACL and my meniscus in my senior year of high school,
Jeez.
that messed me up. So, and I had people who didn't know what they was doing and trying to rush me back, you know, and I ain't really appreciate that, you know, because I just felt like you needed me for this time, and you wanted this out of me when I couldn't produce that, and you didn't understand that. So me getting into that field, I'm like, I understand because I was in that same position. I want to be back on the field, but I know I can't be there. You know what I'm saying? 100%.
Yeah.
So that was one of my things with that.
So they treated you as of like what they call that? Not varsity blues, but like one of them football. Of course, let me slow down. I'm tripping. They was acting like you was in the NFL. They tried to shoot you up with stuff and stuff like that.
Man, they was like, you'll be back in 2 weeks. That's what they told me.
After a torn ACL and meniscus.
It was a partial tear on my ACL, but it was a full tear on my meniscus. So you got like 3 different tears that you could get with meniscus, and
you got the worst one.
No, I got the second. The second, but I was in a straight leg cast, then a knee brace and a boot.
For how long?
For like, I want to say like 4 or 5 months.
It's about 2 weeks. It's about 2 weeks.
I tried to come back myself, like rushing the process and stuff for basketball season, because over that summer, over my junior year summer, I got an offer from Georgetown for basketball. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna play my senior year. My dad was like, oh yeah, I'm ready for you, you know what I'm saying, to play basketball your senior year. And I ended up not being able to play, so I was like, man, that just sucked. I already couldn't play football, and I can't play basketball.
Your senior year, you couldn't play football or basketball?
Mm-mm. After I tore my ACL and my meniscus, I couldn't play football no more.
Damn. So how was that on your mental for your senior year? Man, and how many other scholarships did you have on the table?
I had 7 total, 3 D1 and the other D2. The other schools D2 and HBCUs, and I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do, because a lot of the scholarships got reduced.
I didn't know you can reduce scholarships.
Yeah, so if a player gets hurt, like a super bad injury, they'll be like, well, we're gonna take your scholarship away, or like closer to the date to leave for that college, or they'll be like, we're going to reduce your scholarship. You can still walk on. You have a spot on the team, but you have to pay for your tuition or your room and board. And not a lot of kids got that. You know what I'm saying? So mentally, I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. It was nice where I was just like, bro, I don't know. I'm done with sports. I'm tired of being hurt. So I took a semester off to figure out what I wanted to do. So I was just working and stuff like that.
A semester of college? Okay.
Because I was like, I'm going to Morehouse. I'm going to go straight to Morehouse. And that didn't work out. So I was like, nah, I ain't going to do it. I'm just going to chill. I'm going to do a trade or something like that.
Right.
I ain't going to school for nothing. And my dad, he was like, you need to figure out what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? You got so much other things to do. You smart. You had you graduated with honors.
Congratulations.
Thank you. You took AP classes and things like that. We know what you're capable of, but you just got to do it. I didn't want to listen to him. I was like, I'm going to school for football, and that's that. I'm only doing sports. I ain't going to school. I get a trade, and I knew I didn't want to get a trade. Who wants to do that? Like, not everybody is meant for a trade, and not everybody is meant for college.
Correct.
But there's more opportunities at college. You know what I'm saying? Like network, exactly.
Crazy.
Like we're already black.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you getting a trade, you gonna be good in that field, but what about everything else?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I ain't doing that. And
plus, you make more money playing football.
Look,
make more money playing football. Sheesh. You don't take as much punishment. Well, depending on what trade you pick up. You know what I mean? You ain't got to worry about your body being all sore. Depending on what trade you pick up. But if that's all you know, if that's all you ever wanted was football.
Yeah, that was.
football. I'm going to be a football player. And then you mess around and actually be good and be the star. And so, you know what I mean? So it's like, oh, this is it. Then you getting offers from D1 colleges. Oh, man, this is it. Like, this is it. And then, unfortunately, you know what I mean? You had those two tears. Excuse me. You had those two tears that brought you all the way down. That having your junior season.
No, my senior season.
That having your senior season.
So I was messed up. So I didn't have an opportunity to really, come in, especially because it was coming off of COVID. So we already didn't think we was going to have a season.
Right.
And we ended up having that season right after COVID.
Was it a regular season?
Yeah, it
was like 12. How many games y'all play? 12, 8?
We played. Was it 8? Yeah, we played 8, and then you include the playoffs and stuff like that. But COVID really messed up stuff because, like, if a certain amount of people was on the team and they got tested positive with COVID, or somebody around them got tested positive, they was out for 14 days, like they said. So my senior season ended with my teammates.
That's crazy.
Calling me and stuff. They like, bro, the season ended. I was like, how the season ended? We got one more game. He's like, bro, half the team got positive. Yeah, positive with COVID. Tested positive with COVID. I'm like, what? The coaching staff. I'm like,
oh my goodness.
I don't know how that happened. To be honest, I really don't. But I was just like, man, that just sucked.
So fast forward. Now you so what happens after that? After football season, you took a semester off of college. You took that first semester off. Instead of going from high school straight to Morehouse, you took a semester off. And then what'd you do in that semester?
I just worked.
Just work? Like, what type of work was you doing?
I was just doing, like, Food Depot, you know what I'm saying, sitting back GNC. It was just a little here and there work. Like, it was full time, but at the same time, it just wasn't.
It wasn't what you wanted. And in those work experiences, did you, like, realize, like, yo, this ain't it?
I realized, I knew that from the get-go, but I had one person kind of push me when I was at Food Depot. His name, I don't know if I say his name, but
you ain't got to.
But he was a big, like, contributor to me wanting to play football again. Because after that, I didn't want to play football. So I like, this season I'm not playing football either. Like, I'm done with football.
Oh, you done?
I'm done.
And this is your what year in college? Junior
Sophomore.
year? Sophomore? Still done.
I'm still done. I can't sit up there and take the punishment no more. Like, during the spring, I did good. I did really good. But people fall under my leg. I'm like, dang, bro, my knee hurt. My knee hurt. Then I got to go to track practice that evening. because, hey, you conference material. You what do they call it? You national material in triple jump and things like that. So, coach expects so much more from me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't able to produce that because I was doing the two. There's no way you can split the two. Once track season over, you go to football. Once football over, you go to track season.
Jeez.
And I couldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't do everything at one time.
Right.
But you see now, I do pretty much everything.
Everything. So when you went to Morehouse, of course you chose to go to Morehouse. Mm-hmm. But why'd you choose Morehouse?
I did a lot of research on schools, and I knew that I was capable of going to Ivy League school. Like Stanford, I had offered for Stanford for track.
For real?
Yeah, so I could have just went and did that, but I was like, I'm not doing track. I refused to do track as my as a college sport for me.
Why'd you think that, or do you think that? Nah, you run track now.
I know. I just hated it. I think my senior season at South Paulding allowed me to love track, but I knew that wasn't what I wanted to do. I just wanted to do football. That was it. I was gonna do track to keep in shape, of course, but I'm not going. What I need to do track for? Who likes to run? That's how I felt.
I ran track. I ran track my senior year too. My senior year of high school, I ran track. It was me and not all my homies, but me, Rob, Gary, Adam, my man Gump, Chris. It was like 4 or 5 of us from the football team ran track our senior year. My man Gary, he always ran track. Like he known for track. Like that's what he do. He's track bull. But me and my other homies, it was like 4 or 5 of us went out for track our senior year. We were breaking records. It got crazy. It got crazy. But I was like, because I used to say the same thing, like, yo, who wants to sit there and run all day? Like, what training do? You just run. Like, I don't like running. I ain't got no ball in my hand, none of that. Like, you just run. Like, dog, this is stupid. Like, you just run in a circle all day. Like, no.
That's how I felt.
But then when you do, I say, yo, I should have ran track earlier. I should have been running track in middle school. The girls, at the track meets, the girls running, they looking all good. Man, I said, man, anybody still in high school, middle school, college, whatever, yo, run track. Run track. You gonna see them girls, man.
You definitely will. And they be in shape.
Exactly.
They be in shape.
They be in shape, man. Even the ones throwing what ain't shot put. That's the ball.
Yeah, that's shot put.
That is shot put?
Yeah, the one, the discus is like the small, like,
the frisbee
thing.
type.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, shot put on their chin. Ugh.
They be in shape.
They be in shape. Everybody in shape. But I regretted it though. I'm like, man, I should have ran track from the beginning. Track is fun, especially if you got some friends doing it. Well, for me, my experience, it was fun because I had my homies with me, so we just joking around the whole time, but we was fast though. You know what I mean? We was fast though, so we breaking records at meets, and it was fun, man. It was fun. Track, I recommend it. So in track, you do the triple jump, you said?
I do triple jump, long jump, 200 and 400.
Damn.
Yeah. So I'm a sprinter at heart at first, but my best event is the triple jump.
Then what's second?
Second is the 200 and the 400. No, it'd be 200. It'd be 200.
200.
Mm-hmm.
You be running sideways, don't you? Feel like you running sideways. You go around that turn. Boy, you be sideways. And then as soon as that straightaway hit,
like coach had to teach us how to. I didn't know how to run the curve. I never knew until this past season.
For real?
Coach sat there with me every Saturday trying to train me to keep my shoulders parallel. Like you got to keep one shoulder forward and the other shoulder back. So you long arming this one up high, and you short arming this one.
So you can stay with the wind, with the
Uh-huh.
what they call aerodynamic.
Yeah.
So you can stay aerodynamic.
And it's weird. It's weird how you do it, how you train. Like my coach is 72 years old.
Like old school.
Old school. Boy, look, nothing is like if y'all Morehouse boys watching this, nothing is like Coach Hill workouts. Nothing.
They difficult or
you never know what you getting into. Like when you go there, like some of the athletes that talk about like, oh yeah, I want to go here because HBCU and things like that Morehouse provides you.
Right.
Like the stuff that you get at Ivy League school, you can get that at Morehouse, but it's just with a bunch of black people.
Right.
That's it. But like as far as connections and stuff, but when it comes to sports, like Coach Hill, y'all gonna win. Like that's one thing. Y'all gonna win. He gonna prepare you to win. You're gonna be in shape. If you're not in shape, you might as well not come out there. Man, we had one practice where we did, I want to say 18 200s.
Whoa.
I've never done that many 200s in my life.
That's a lot.
We did.
Yo, that's a lot.
We did. Our shortest workout was when we did the bleachers, and we held the tires over our head. Then we held it like this. Then we held one arm. Then you held the other arm.
What kind of tires? Bike tires?
No, like car tires. Like
He tripped. What that got to do with running, coach?
he break it down, man. He break you down, and that's what I like about his program. Like he break you down, but he builds you back up. He know sometimes you're not gonna be there 100%. Right. But as long as you give him the effort and you give him your max effort, you're going to progress. If you're doing the things with form and being aware of what you're doing, that's all he care about. By conference time, yeah, you might be like, Coach, I can't run the 400. And you're like, yeah, you can. You get out there and you're like, dang, that's a problem. So I came second in conference. His workouts work, man. They work.
So what you run the 4 in? What was your best time?
48.2.
Whoa.
That was my fastest time at a meet. But in the 4x4, I was 47.9.
Yo, you moving.
Yeah, the 400.
Yo, you moving, man. They told me to run the 400 once in high school. I didn't want to. We was killing the team. I cut across the field.
He said I cut across the field.
Ran about a 250, 275. It was a 4x4. No. Yeah, 4x4. Everybody do a lap, right? Man, it got to me. Dude already run the curve. And this was like the 3rd or 4th heat. They had so many people on their team. So it was just like, look, somebody got to go out there. Yeah. So they just threw together the team real quick. Like, Punk, you run anchor. I'm like, all right. I'm not like, Coach, I don't want to run the 4. We going back and forth, back and forth. Forget it. I'm just going to run it. Dude already run the curve. When by the time I get it, because he just threw a team together. Right, he already around the first turn. I'm like, you're done, man. I'm going to catch you. I took off. I ain't never run nothing past the 2. I'm running hard. And man, by the time I went around the first turn, I'm coming down, I'm going to straightaway. Man, I got to like the second turn. Man, I'm done.
Yeah, the 300 kill you, boy.
That hit that wall. Man, we already won. We killing this team. It don't matter. I threw the baton and just walked across the field. Like, I'm done.
Right. No, you can't do that.
I'm done. I'm not doing this no more. I'm done. Cut across the field, man. This is trash. He ain't actually been doing no more.
I wouldn't either. Look, he throwing the baton like that.
I'm done, man. I cut across the field on me, man. But that's dope though. That so what's your best triple jump?
Best triple jump was 40. Yeah, it was 47. Damn. It was 47.3. That was my best triple jump.
What are Olympic people doing?
Like 55. I seen some people. Yeah,
somebody just beat a record, didn't they?
Yeah, no, not yet. Well, collegiate record. I seen that. Yeah.
Black dude.
He beat the collegiate record.
It was like 55 something, wasn't it? 50,
yeah,
50 something.
Crazy. And he wasn't even at full approach, which was crazy. So I was like, yeah, nah.
That's crazy. You got
bunnies.
No, he got more than bunny. He
Oh.
is a bunny. He is a bunny.
If you can do the triple jump, you can do the long jump. If you can do the triple jump, you can do the high jump. It's just it translates into so many different things because you jumping off one leg the whole time.
Right.
So imagine imagine running and jumping like you just jumping as far as you can.
Mm-hmm.
And imagine doing it over and over on one foot.
Mm-hmm.
It jump hard.
It is. I tried it. It ain't working. It ain't working. So how'd that feel on your knee? All that pressure on your knee?
I had to change up my triple jump. My senior year, I came to the track season extra late.
Mm-hmm.
So I was doing rehab. I did it every day, Monday through Friday, and sometimes I do like my own rehab at home on Saturdays. Twice a day. The morning they'll come in, and then I'll be scheduled for the evening, and I'll be doing it every day.
And that was during COVID, so that's why it was twice a day?
No, I did it twice a day because I wanted to get back.
Right.
I wanted to get back because I was like, bro, I got to do something my senior year. I got to do something.
Right.
And I ended up coming back, running with one of the fastest people I know, Nate. He in the Army now, but that boy right there was fast.
Like the wind.
He was fast, bro, and he changed his stuff to kind of match mine. Like, I wasn't a 400 runner, but I knew I wasn't gonna be able to run 200. So coach was like, run the 4 if you gonna run something. So I ran the 4. I did triple jump, and I was like, the first couple weeks, I can't do this. He's like, just change it. I was right, left. Now I'm a left, right. So I actually jumped farther doing this, which is crazy.
That's dope. So you figured something out about yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And so, Coach, what's Coach name in Morehouse?
Coach Hill.
Coach Hill. You said his practices be crazy, right?
Bruh, crazy, bruh.
So, do you think he trying to break y'all? Oh, I mean, to win, of course. But you think that's like a life lesson too? That he giving y'all?
Man, this man, yes, everything is a life lesson with him. Like, we'll come in and we have meetings. It's a whole class. Like, track is not just practice. The meetings be like, sometimes they range from like 30 minutes to 2 hours.
Are you serious?
Before practice.
Coach Hill tripping.
And folks be in there like, dang, bro, like, gosh, Lee. But I ain't gonna lie, I appreciate a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I be like, hey, you tripping. It's an hour and 30 minutes after practice. Like, look, we done missed the calf and everything.
Oh, man.
But, nah, Coach Hill is good about, like, a lot of the things that he say. I can take something from it every time he speak. Every time. Which I think a lot more of this younger generation should speak to their grandparents and ask them about their life.
Facts.
Because, you know, that was a different time.
Facts.
And some of the things that they went through and done and persevered through, you can't get that. You can't replicate that in today's world.
I agree.
We too sheltered, you know.
I agree.
Compared to it, shoot, I go get me a PlayStation 5 and be straight.
I agree.
I might think that it's the end of the world if I can't get a discount, you know. So versus them that couldn't even. Right, he talk about it all the time. Like, we couldn't eat in Cracker Barrel, and every track meet that we have, we eat Cracker Barrel for breakfast and for dinner.
I like their breakfast though.
Right.
Cracker Barrel got good breakfast, but if you do it, how often you like track meets? Every week?
Yeah, pretty much every season. Like every week from, I want to say February, March, April. Yeah, February, March, April.
So what's that? 12 weeks? Let's just say.
Yeah, we might. Yo, we gonna say 10. We gonna say 10.
10 weeks. Y'all eating Cracker Barrel twice a week. Twice a week for 10 weeks.
Bruh, and like
I know you're tired of it. I know you're tired of it.
Bruh,
ain't enough
I don't even go to Cracker Barrel. Like, that's not even my thing.
Right.
But
ain't enough hash brown casserole.
Bruh, there's not enough pancakes in the world to make me want to go back there. Like, I don't eat nothing like that no more. Like, I can't.
He burnt y'all out from it.
Bruh, I'd rather order Uber Eats than to go. Yes. It's bad.
Dang. So, how'd you get into the masseuse business?
Actually, my girlfriend, she recommended it. Like, my dad was like, you need to find a trade if you're not gonna do real estate. And my girlfriend was like, you already going to school for orthopedic surgeon. You said, why don't you go for masseuse? And it lined up because I had to get my undergrad, which is like the athletic trainers on the sidelines or the physical therapists. And in physical therapy, they tell you have to learn how to massage. But
I didn't know that.
If you want to be a decent, physical therapist, you got to learn how to scrape, massage, and all that. And when she told me that, I was like, massage, like masseuse? I was like, you on to something. I was like, are you doing this for you or are you doing this for me? And I got into it, and shoot, they make some decent bread. Like, with it.
I didn't know that.
It's like my rates, everybody rates vary, but my rates are $1 a minute, basically.
Okay. So, I see that. I see $1 a minute at a few places.
So if it's a 60-minute massage, that's if you're coming to the job or if you're coming where I'm at. But if I'm coming to your place and you nowhere near me, like you 15 miles away from me, yeah, it's gonna be upcharge, which is $80 for an hour.
So you do house calls too?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Bring my table and everything.
So what do you bring? Like, if somebody reached out to you and was like, matter of fact, give them your information so if somebody want a massage, they can book you or whatever. Okay,
you could hit me up on Instagram at official_Terrance.Hales.
How you spell Hales?
Hales.
Hales. Okay, Hales.
But yeah, you could when I come there, I had to bring my whole, like, it's a foldable table.
I seen them before.
Foldable table. I bring my oil. I got my own oil. So I got like a base oil, like coconut oil, mixed with a couple different other things to make my own oil, and I got 3 different ones that you could choose from.
That the person you're massaging get to choose from?
And
they like scented and stuff. Is that the difference? Is that how they choose the difference from smelling it, or no? Or do you say like this one does this one does that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which some of them smell better than others. So, and I allow you to choose from different candles, like which. I'm gonna have to get some from y'all. That's gonna be my new plug, cause I usually get like ones from Bed Bath and Beyond and Walmart. And just get like cinnamon roll and things like that. What scent you like? You like fruity scents? You like food scents? Make it euphoric for them.
Euphoric Sensation. Shout out to Euphoric Sensation for the candles. Sponsor this episode.
Yeah, I bring that in. Depending on what I'm doing, of course, you got different massages. You got the Swedish, you got deep tissue, you got sports massage, you got stretches, you got sensual massages. Like, I see everybody, it's blowing up on Instagram and Twitter, the sensual massages from dudes that's not very professional with it. I'm a professional at everything that I do. So.
And all right, let's get back into the massages real quick. The different types. You said you got Swedish, which is?
Swedish is more like a pulling. Like, pulling is manipulating the muscles together, kind of rub against each other and contract and loosen up. Deep tissue, you're putting more force.
Yeah, I don't like them.
Deep tissue?
I don't like them.
Sports massage is kind of like deep tissue, but you do more with your forearms.
Okay.
So it's a lot more... I wouldn't recommend anybody if they got bruises, but if you got knots, I would recommend a sports massage.
A sports massage if you got knots. Swedish massage just for regular. Like is that the most common? The Swedish?
Yeah, that's the most common.
And what's the benefits of a Swedish massage? Swedish massage.
A relaxation, like it's normally used on women, of course, because you don't need that much pressure, unless you are a woman.
Right.
A lot of times they be doing a mixture of both, but it's just like a stress reliever. Like,
okay,
a lot of people get and they come in, they be like, "Bro, I'm stressed. I got neck pain, this and that." I'm like, "All right, I got you." You know what I'm saying?
So somebody could come to you and tell you what's going on. And you be like, "Oh, all right, you need this type of massage." And do the different massages cost different prices?
No. Well, the only thing that changes is the sensual So the sensual, that's more of a sensual feeling, like people like being held and things like that. So and they like feeling like
Being held. That's
yeah,
crazy.
like that's the best way like that's the best way to explain it. Like people like being like cuddled and bundled. Like you know how you wrapped up in a cover,
Yeah.
you feel cozy at home. That's
Yeah.
how they want to feel through the massage.
Mm.
But it's a sensual feeling for them. So it leads to, like I said, like you see on Twitter, some of the dudes to be more sexual for them.
Yeah.
But you can't make it about you. You gotta make it. You gotta make it about them. Like it's in the
Right.
beginning, you might be like, all right now, but as you keep doing it, that'll get out of your mind. You know what I'm saying? Especially being.
Oh, so in the beginning it'd be like erotic for both of y'all,
Mm-hmm.
and then but once you mean like towards the end of the massage you cool, or you mean like the more you keep doing it,
The
it's
more
just
you
like
keep doing it,
man,
yeah,
this is just business. It's nothing crazy.
yeah,
You ain't even thinking sexual. It's just
exactly.
come here, lady. Let me put you in a headlock.
He said,
Arm
"Put
behind
you
your
in a
head. Come on, full Nelson. Tap out. Come on.
He said the full Nelson. Yeah, like I know one of my buddies.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Wine and Rubs too. He's the reason why I'm able to do sexual massage. Wine and Rubs.
WINE
Mm-hmm.
and Rubs.
Mm-hmm.
That's his name.
That's his
That's the
Instagram
company.
name.
Oh, that's a nice name.
Wine and Rubs. He's the originator for me, at least. That was the first person I've seen who did it the way I do it.
Okay.
You know, very professional. Make you sign a waiver, NDA, things like that.
Mm.
A lot of people like to talk about stuff, and it's
Yeah.
like let's keep this in house. That's
Yeah.
how I feel. You know
Understood.
what I'm saying? With all the craziness going on in the world,
It's a lot.
I already know. I'm a NCAA track athlete.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it's Division II for Morehouse and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
still don't change nothing. You're a track athlete.
I agree.
You're going to school at a prestigious black school, Morehouse.
Shout out Morehouse.
And you're a black man, so
Yeah.
anybody can say anything, you know.
That's a fact.
So you gotta cover yourself on your end.
Right. Smart.
A lot of people don't do that. I see
Smart.
that. They just be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do a massage. I'm like, where's your license? Where's your waiver? Where the NDA?
Mm.
Oh, I don't need to do that. Say your company blow up. This woman could be like, well, you did this and I didn't like that.
Right.
We're gonna go through all the things that I'm gonna do that I'm able to do and that you don't want me to do.
Right.
You don't have anything on that list, I'm gonna do my normal massage.
Right.
If you have something on that list, I'm just not gonna do that.
Simple.
A lot of people don't understand.
It seems simple. It
Yeah.
seems simple. Like, yo, I don't want you. Like she may say, I don't want you touching my butt. Like, you can touch my thighs and my lower back, but don't touch my butt.
As a masseuse, like doing regular massages, stay away from upper thighs or no inner thighs, upper thighs and butt. I tell everybody that, like,
Just stay away.
yeah, unless they request that, hey, I need you because I got a knot in my butt or I got a
People get knots in their butt.
yeah, like when you work out, squat, you might do something and fall in your butt or anything.
You're right. You're right. You can tell I don't work out. You're right. Yeah, I don't work out. You're right. That makes sense. That makes sense. And so, what's the most you made in a day with massaging?
Around the ballpark of, I want to say like anywhere was what was it, 430? That's with tips.
Oh, I forgot about tips. What's the biggest tip you ever got?
What was the last one?
$80 tip?
$80 tip. That's how you know you're gonna get people to book you back to back. So you try to keep those people close.
Right.
Hey, oh yeah, I got you. You know what I'm saying? Clear your schedule a little bit for them.
Yeah.
Hey, I definitely recommend people to tip during service jobs, like
Right.
you know, getting your hair cut and things like that.
I agree.
Unless they charge an outrageous price.
Right.
Got some barbers out here charging $50, $60.
Yeah, my barber charged that for a shape up. For a baldy and my face get done. It's like $60.
That's why I learned to come on here.
$60. $60. So jeez, that's a lot. That's heavy. That's heavy. So heavy, I forgot my next question. That's crazy. So in the beginning, you said you are. So what do you do with the technology stuff? You said you're also into technology.
All right, so I'm not like tech savvy. Like I help with Apple support type thing. I'm like, I'll build you a phone. I could build you a PlayStation. I could build the boards in it, the computer boards, the PCB boards. They're copper and they have a green like lamination lining. Sometimes purple, sometimes white. Um, I code. I code a computer to use a CNC lathe to print it out, like to drill the holes and things and lines through it, and I solder on these little pieces to make the board work. So when you hook it up to a battery device, it shows like all the screens, your functions, things like that. Yeah, I've been doing that for about a year now. Just designing stuff like that.
And it works.
That's how I fixed my phone. Like I remember I got my phone jacked up one time. Talking about the screen. Yep. Talking about the screen inflated off of it. Man, I went and I fixed the screen and stuff, but the board was still, it was messed up. So I ordered a PCB board. I downloaded the iPhone's PCB board, like the design. I printed on to this little label sheet, put lamination over it, everything, heated it, put it in some sodium chloride, wiped off the excess, and put it back in the phone, and it worked. Yeah.
It worked for good. Like
yeah, it worked for good. I still got it right now. I don't be playing with that stuff. I'll be serious, like especially because I don't like spending $100 to get my phone fixed.
Right.
Especially when you got like I'm stingy with my money.
Understood. I ain't mad at you.
So I act like I ain't got no money all the time.
I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. You can't get rich by keep spending it, especially wasting it on senseless things that you know you don't need and all that type of stuff. Yeah, your attitude is A1. At 20, I was, oh my goodness. Money. I'll make it back Friday.
He said, I'll make it back Friday.
I'll make it back for wasting money. Jeez, I wish I can go back in time. So what made you get into the electronics?
Me always breaking stuff. Like I was at one point in time, like I broke like 2 PlayStation controllers, like trying to fix on them and do like the light up little thing board over it. I was like, man, these things, this cost me like $25 every little panel that I get, and it's plastic. I'm like, bro, what I gotta do? And I'm like, I'm not finna keep buying a new controller every time I do this. And I was like, well, I'm just gonna make it. How hard is it?
How hard is it to make a controller?
Yeah,
Jeez.
I was like, how hard is it? And I started looking at the stuff. I was like, it ain't that hard. Went through the process, finished it. Look, my dad can tell you, he was over there watching me like for days. He was like, bro, you need to give up and you need to get another controller.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm finna fix this junk. What you talking about? The light got knocked out of it and everything, bro. I fixed the whole thing, and he was like, bro, this junk work. I can't believe this junk work. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, shoot. After that, it was over with. I don't really have to buy controllers. Like, I'll buy the shells, but everything else, like the board on the back of like the touchpad for the PlayStation 4 or the PlayStation 5, I'll buy that. I'll buy the triggers, of course, like the plastic pieces, but the boards, like the electronic boards and stuff, I solder all that stuff on myself.
You said you got a 3D printer earlier?
Oh, no. So the school has like 11 3D printers.
What do 3D printers do?
They basically bring up like anything that you could imagine. Like these right here, these little, what is it? The
jars?
Jars, yeah. I could 3D print fancy jars for the candles. And they come out dope.
So, because like I said, I ain't computer savvy and none of that stuff. This 3D stuff is all new to me. So I'm real ignorant to it. All right? Yeah. I don't know nothing. I'm just giving you a heads up. The questions I may ask you may be like, you don't know this? I don't. So if I wanted to make, let's just say, a 3D microphone with the stand and this part and the base, right?
I actually have a 3D tripod. 3D printed tripod that works, and it screws and everything. Yeah.
So this is 3D, right?
Yeah, I can make this 3D printed.
No, I mean, like right now, this is everything is this 3D or is this 2D? What's this, 4D?
No, this is 3D. This is 3D. Not 3D printed though. This like casted. They cast this in metal. Like
right.
They use the metal, of course, pour and stuff like that. And
I need to look up the definition of 3D, because like everything around you is 3D, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. Okay. So you can make. You just said it. You can make one of these with the screws in it and all that. Mm-hmm. Now, and everything comes out of the printer.
Yeah, it come out of this. Like you got 3 different types, I think. You got one that you have resin and you pour it, and then you have to put in alcohol to wash off the debris and stuff like that. And then you have another one. You got like these tubes. Like it's like a spool of yarn, but it's plastic, and it heat up in the machine to like 300 degrees sometimes, like 280, and it squeeze out like it's like some toothpaste or something.
So like whatever
around.
You want.
Keep going around, and then once it's finished, it'll stop. Sometimes they get jammed, like depending on how bad the 3D printer is or how complicated the model is.
So you put the design into the computer, and then from like an SD card or something.
Yeah, like you have to make the design on a program like Adobe or Tinkercad or something like that.
Right.
Sometimes like they be like, bro, how did you do that? Like I wish I'd have brought my chess piece. I got giant chess pieces like the size of this, all 3D printed.
All right, and my next question about this 3D printer stuff, is it smooth?
Oh yeah,
or is it like jagged like Roblox? Like
no,
it don't look like that.
It's smooth.
So you can't even tell it's 3D printed.
Yeah, depending on how much you feel it, like your infill is like how dense it's gonna be, and how thick the layer's gonna be. And I want my layers pretty thick, of course.
So it can last, right?
So it can last.
Okay.
And a lot of times, like sometimes you might see like where the small ridges are, like the in between layers, but you can sand that down pretty much. It look fine to me.
Yo, that's crazy. Like I said, I don't know nothing about this stuff. That's a whole nother world to me. So if I ask a stupid question, because no, matter of fact, my teacher said there are no such thing as stupid questions.
No, never.
So I will accept that. I will accept that. It wasn't a stupid question. I didn't know, and some of y'all ain't know either. So we even. I'm asking for y'all. I know what it was. I'm asking for y'all.
Oh my goodness.
Dag. So you. I'm trying to think of what don't you do?
Oh.
You ain't gotta answer that.
I work on cars.
You work on cars too?
I got my seal for high school. I've been doing automotives from 9th grade all the way through to like automotive. What is it? 5?
So what's the most you have done to a car? Like
swap a transmission.
You swapping transmissions?
Yeah, and I rebuild them. Take them apart, get the pieces, put it back together.
So like that's really your twist, like fixing problems.
Yes.
That's what it boils down to. You want to figure stuff out. If there's a problem, you like, don't worry about it, I'll solve it. From needing the touchdown since you was a kid, needing the touchdown. So it's like, all right, give me the ball. Don't worry about it. I'll score.
Yeah.
Needing the basket, I'm sure in basketball. Fixing controllers. Oh my goodness. Fixing your phones. Fixing cars. You're a problem solver.
All the time.
You're a problem solver. When somebody asks you, like, yo, who are you? The problem solver. Whatever problem you got. Most problems you got, I can solve it if I feel like it. So, man, what's the hardest thing you done? Like, what's the most complex out of all the things that you do? What gives you the most? Excuse me. What gives you the most pushback? What gives you the most problem? It's like, yo, I'm starting to get frustrated. I cannot figure this out.
Probably 3D printing. Well, nah, working on cars.
Mm-hmm.
Working on cars. I remember I got in an accident because my brake booster stopped working.
Mm.
It was crazy because I ended up hitting a cop. I was flying on the highway, no brakes, couldn't work. So
Brakes
didn't work, and my car wasn't even that damaged, which is crazy. So the cop, he let me off. He's like, I understand. I seen you like flying. I thought you weren't paying attention. I was like, nah. Said my brakes don't work, and he tried to use them, didn't work. So I didn't get a ticket or nothing like that. So my whole radiator, all that, pretty much everything except for the engine and transmission was messed up.
How your brakes stop working?
It's this big old thing. Like you'll see it when you lift up the hood. It's like right there on the driver's side, and they have your brake reservoir. Well, it's this big old like drum thing, and once that stopped working, it keep the compression from your fluid compressing to make the brakes compress against the rotor. So I ended up changing the whole suspension, everything.
Jeez.
Look, I was working on that car for like 3 weeks, day and night. Stuff rusted on it, stuff broken on it. I'm like, dang, bro, what I'm gonna do? I can't do this. I don't have the tool for that. And I just figured it out. And I was like, bro, my car working? What? Look, my mom was. I was over there doing it with her. Working on my car over there with her, and she was like, you gonna do it? You gonna get it? You gonna get it? I was like, bro, I ain't gonna get it. I'm finna just throw this junk away. She's like, nah. She's like, you gonna get it? My dad was like, you better get it. Like, you ain't got no choice. I was like, shoot, let me try it. That's probably the most. That and 3D printing. Because 3D printing don't come out good all the time. Like, with my first couple chess pieces, they look good on the outside, but it was always breaking. Like, the pawn, the little circle on the pawn, it'll break off when you pick it up.
Because that part is all right around the top. That's all thin. It's super thin on the pawn.
So, I was like, bro, how do I do this? I had to give my buddy, one of my buddies, to help me out. And he's like, that's how you do it. You know, you change the infield. I doubled up the size of it, and I put another one inside. So I copied and pasted a small pawn, and I put it in the big pawn, and it kind of like gave it a base to go around, so it won't be so thin. So like, I probably wouldn't have figured that out if it wasn't for him. I would have just been like, bro, I'm done with this.
Dang. Yo, you do a lot.
Yeah.
So like, what's next? Like, what's your next thing to conquer?
Really?
Do you have your mind set on something? Like,
yeah, for one, I want to do, like I said, I was talking about earlier, finishing out the Marines, finishing out, what's it called? My med school and stuff like that. But being able to use a lot of stuff that I learned, like in my training and stuff, and spread it to people and get them to actually to do it. Convince people to actually do this one thing and do this one method. You know, there's so many methods out there for working out and training and things like that. But I feel like I have one of the better training methods to overall like keep you healthy and things like that. I'm not those little trainers on Instagram that's like, oh yeah, you need to do this jump, you need to do that. Nah, I keep it real simple. I keep it with the basics, the stretching, the recovery time. It's just like I really want to make a book, like put out a book on that. So,
do you train anybody now?
I used to. I stopped training because of my school schedule. But I had, at one point in time, I had like 17 clients.
For real? Oh yeah, you say you bodybuild too. What made you get into bodybuilding?
Oh, I'm a big Flex Wheeler fan. So
big who?
Flex Wheeler.
Flex Wheeler.
Yeah, he's really supposed to be the greatest of all time. But I give it to Ronnie Coleman because he up there. You know what I'm saying? Him and Jay Cutler. But my dad was like, get into bodybuilding because you always talk about it. So the gym owner down at Villa Rica, Express Fitness, shout out to Express Fitness. He was like, yeah, I'll get you started. You know what I'm saying? I was like, how you get obliques? Like the side ass. I was like, man, I want to get obliques. He's like, start at the dinner table. He didn't tell me no workouts. He was just like, do your own research. So I did my own research and I went back to him. I was like, you know what you're talking about. He making me do what my dad does and my grandfather does and my uncles do. They ain't gonna tell me. They gonna tell me where to look.
Right.
But they ain't gonna tell me. I gotta figure it out for myself.
And that'll let you know. That'll let them know how bad you really want it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all right, now, okay, I can help him now because he ain't just talking. Like he actually wanna. Okay, because he took the time to actually. Shout out your peoples, yo. Shout out your peoples, man. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, shout out to my grandfather, my father Justin Hills, my mother Shaquila Hills.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they drive me a lot, like especially my dad. Like,
so they did a great job with you. Honestly, I ain't never met your peoples. They did a great job with you, man. Your head is so. It's just put on straight. You're focused. You're determined. I don't see no quit in you. I don't hear no quit in you. Like you just. It's like once you got your eyes locked in on something, it's like, nah, I'm gonna do this. Mm-hmm. Like ain't no going back. It's like, no, this is what it is, and that's what it is. That is dope, man. Congratulations. I'm gonna tell you congratulations now because I know that whatever next venture you go out to conquer, I know it's gonna get conquered. I know you're gonna be very successful in life. So
I got one more thing I know I want to do within the next year. We already started writing the script and stuff for a short film that I'm gonna be doing with Tubi. So
for real?
Yeah, it's gonna be like an hour long, but
with Tubi?
With Tubi.
So how'd that come along?
So I model. I go and I model. So I end up getting. My girlfriend is a model. She's a model. She
got you into modeling?
Under the radar, yeah, but she really good. She get a lot of good gigs and stuff like that. So this one company, I was like, how about them? Like, should I DM them? And she was like, yeah, go do it. Brother replied back so fast. I thought it was a scam. So I showed up to the place and I was like, oh, this is a nice facility. You know what I'm saying? Y'all really legit. And they was like, we gonna help you grow your own platform. I was like, how you gonna do that? Like, what ideas you have? I pitched the idea. They was like, we gonna get started on it. We got connections with Tubi. So they was like, start writing up a subscript and we gonna send it off to them. They had me do a whole bunch of copyright stuff and stuff like that. So that's within the next year, I want to be able to like start filming and stuff like that.
That's dope. If you ever need any hats,
I'm definitely gonna look.
www.goldhats.com. Goldhats.com. Yeah, we got the hats, man. We got more flavors than Baskin Robbins, man. Yeah, truckers, dad hats. We got them all, man. All types of hats, man. You got a lot on your plate, man. But like I tell people, not that many people, but I tell people who got a lot on their plate, treat it like Thanksgiving dinner. Ain't no reason to be overwhelmed about all the stuff that's on your plate. You got a plate, Thanksgiving, you got a plate full of food. In life, you got a plate full of different goals. You do. Different goals, different accomplishments that you want to accomplish soon. Let's go little by little. There's a lot on the plate, but that's cool though. Eat a little piece of chicken. Alright, I did that. That's out the way. Eat these yams. Get a couple yams. All right, yeah, I did that. Oh, my greens over here. Mm. Man, greens is not a big thing, but it's still a goal that you knock the greens out. Cool. Now I got free space right here where the greens was. I can leave it there, let it be free for a minute, so I can attack the rest of the plate, so I can knock out the rest of these goals, or I can throw another goal up there. You know what I'm saying? So it's just ain't no reason to be overwhelmed because things is gonna keep piling on your plate. They're gonna keep coming. Just take your time, do what you can do. Just eat a little bit at a time. Eat a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time, and before you know it, it's gonna be like, yeah, no, I need a bigger plate, man. Bring me this so styrofoam plate ain't enough. I need the good plates, man. That's dope, man. All right, so now winding down to the end. It's called grind time. Play a little game called grind time. You know, go through your grind is the show. Grind time is the questions. Just yes or no, this or that type questions. Nothing crazy. You ready?
Yeah, ready.
Drums or flats?
Flats.
Childhood nickname?
Smooth.
Ooh, I believe it. Favorite city to visit?
Chicago.
Oh, I can't answer that one. How old are you? 20?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can't answer that one. Hot or cold?
Hot.
Cooking or order in?
Cooking.
Blue cheese or ranch?
Ranch.
What's your favorite wing flavor?
Mild lemon pepper.
Mild lemon pepper.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't heard that one yet. Favorite dish and your favorite dessert?
Favorite dessert, probably cookies. And
What kind?
All cookies. I love all cookies. Like I from Great American Cookie, I like the strawberry crinkle. I like the white macadamia and the blueberry. I love cookies. Favorite dish?
Mm-hmm.
Probably be chicken.
Mm-hmm. Sleep with or without socks?
Without.
Favorite pair of sneakers of all time?
Retro 12s.
Favorite movie?
Be Cool.
What's that?
Be Cool by it had Dwayne Johnson and what's his name? Gosh, I had to show you. It's funny.
I'll Google it. If you have any superpower in the world, what would it be?
To read people's minds.
Ooh.
Be a step ahead of them.
Okay. Money or respect?
Respect.
Family or friends?
Family.
Loved or feared?
Feared.
3 words to describe yourself.
Genuine. Passionate. And grateful.
The next question is usually 3 words to describe your business. But you got your hands in so much that I don't even know. 3 words to describe your business. I'll let you decide.
We're gonna start with the masseuse thing. Empathetic.
That's nice.
Relaxing and trusting. You gotta have a lot of trust for somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Be touching on you.
Yeah, be touching on you because some folks weird out here.
I agree. Last question. What do you want your legacy to be?
How good of a person I was instead of my accomplishments. I'm gonna have a ton of accomplishments. You know, everybody got accomplishments that they don't mention or that get put up on the board and things like that. People know how much I do and what I'm gonna do, but I want you to remember me because I was a genuine person. I was just there for you because of you. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't there because you're a friend. your mama, your auntie. Nah, I was there because I really mess with you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's mine.
Yeah. Tell them how to get in touch with you again, please, kind sir.
Man, follow my Instagram at official_Terrance.Hills. And shoot, like, just follow me, man.
Follow this young man, see what he got going on, man. Check in on the page every now and again, see what he got going on. I'm sure it's gonna be, man. Well, if you listen to this episode and you hear all the stuff this young man got going on, man, you understand why I asked him to be a guest on this show, because of the reasons you just heard. Man, thank you. Appreciate you for coming on the show.
Appreciate you for having me, cause look, this is my first podcast, you know.
Yeah.
Or interview about myself, the things that I do.
Yeah. Interesting story, man. I had to have you on. Had to have you on. This makes another episode of Growth to Your Grind podcast, where we talk to people who are doing just that, growing through their grind. And Mr. Terrance is doing that specifically. Man. Holla at y'all, man. I'm speechless. I don't know what else to say, man. I don't know what else to say, man. It's speechless, man. I'm just happy, man. Holla at y'all, man. We see y'all.